Money TV.
Don.
Yes.
Steve Schneider here with Chris and Shiloh.
How you doing, gentlemen?
Hi there.
Got the camera crew here. They've got the makeup on me, and
Okay, we're ready to go then. It just so happens I'm on the phone with Juan Ferrer. Let me tell him I'm going to get off, and I'll be right back to you. Hang on.
very good.
Yeah, Steve, so even though he's there, you're going to look straight into here as if he's right here.
So am I going to look
Looking like the
Sorry about that, guys.
Sony?
Great. We're doing good.
Okay. We can go just about any time you gentlemen are ready.
So, Don, let me just ask you a couple of quick questions. Since this is not live, if we screw up, we just stop and redo it?
Basically, if we screw up, yeah, we'll just stop, and what I would recommend is that we just pick up from where we left off.
Okay.
You know, we don't have to go all the way back to the beginning.
Let me shut my phone off, which is a good reminder here. Hang on, let me just turn the power off on this phone. Hang on just a second, just turn this phone
Take
off,
your time.
Don. Okay. Phone is off, looking at camera, and
We're ready.
we're ready.
Okay, Chris, we're rolling?
We're rolling.
Okay. And we'll go in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Joining us right now via satellite from Santa Rosa, California is Mr. Steve Schneider. He's the CEO of ZAP, company stock symbol ZAPZ. Steve, welcome to the program.
Hi, Don, how are you?
Good to see and hear you, Steve. Now, ZAP, which stands for Zero Air Pollution, describes itself as a world leader in electric transportation. Can you give us a general overview of the company, please?
Well, ZAP is a world leader in electric transportation, but we're actually expanding to a larger overview, which is advanced technology vehicles. So, and that does encumber all of the other types of technology that protect the environment, like solar technology, hybrid technology, fuel cell technology, and including battery electric technology. We have changed ourselves from a manufacturing company to a marketing and distribution company for advanced technology vehicles, and have either merged, acquired, through strategic alliance, partnerships, or contract, aligned ourselves with almost every single manufacturer that's not one of the major manufacturers of advanced technology vehicles, and have created ZAP to be the portal for all advanced transportation vehicles today.
Now, Steve, I personally had the opportunity to view an amazing videotape that was filled with media interviews and stories that were done about ZAP and your electric cars. We'll have more about that in a moment. But tell us about how this media frenzy came about.
Well, Don, it's I don't even know if I have the correct answer of how it came about. For one, you know, with what's going on in the world today and the social responsibility issues, you know, the dependency on foreign oil and the Middle East crisis, and perhaps just the media's affinity for what we do, it has just come to us. We haven't solicited any of it, and it really has been an overwhelming phenomena. You know, the things that we do give the world an alternative to the dependency on foreign oil and high gas prices, and that's very popular in anybody's book.
Well, I know there was no question at the Consumer Electronics show in Las Vegas. You folks were the darling of the show. That must have been very satisfying for the company.
It was satisfying and overwhelming. We had no idea anything of that magnitude would have happened. I literally was in interviews all day long, and I was just amazed by the public's response of what we're doing. It really is exciting times for us.
Once again, we're talking with ZAP. ZAP stands for Zero Air Pollution, stock symbol ZAPZ. If you'd like more information about this company, please give us a call right now, 888-259-4449. People at ZAP are very happy to send you free information in the mail. Steve, we spoke about the electric vehicle called the LUV, L-U-V as opposed to SUV. Now, looking at the statistics, it's very exciting. It can travel up to 70 miles per hour, has a range of about 220 miles. Tell us about the LUV.
Well, the LUV, the LUV or light utility vehicle, is an entire product line that ZAP has come up with, and it is utilizing battery electric technology that has advanced battery packs in it. These vehicles come from a neighborhood electric vehicle range to full performance vehicles and several others in between. The vehicle has the capability to do freeway speeds and has about a penny a mile in operational cost with a range of approximately 240 mile in range. And we feel that this vehicle can comfortably compete with today's internal combustion engine vehicles and be much more cost effective and very socially responsible.
What's the manufacturer's suggested retail price of the Love?
The Love cars will start at under $10,000 in the neighborhood electric vehicle models and move upward from there to all the full performance vehicles that should be somewhere in the neighborhood of $20,000 to $25,000 depending on certain options.
Now, one thing that I noticed about the Love on this video that you provided to us, and we're looking at some shots right now, there's no need for these electric charging stations that we've seen pop up all over the place. It's basically like recharging your cell phone, isn't it? It's a regular outlet?
That's correct, Don. That's one of the major benefits of the ZAP Love cars. While other manufacturers previously have created special electric induction devices and special charging units that literally tethered your vehicles to the stations that you're at, the ZAP Love cars can use the existing infrastructure that's already in place, which is a simple 110 outlet.
Well, that's exciting. Now, how long does it take to fully recharge the vehicle?
Typical recharge to about 90% capacity is approximately 1 hour, Don.
So it really is just like a cell phone, but yet you're charging your car.
That's correct.
That's exciting. Once again, ZAP stands for Zero Air Pollution. ZAPZ is their stock symbol. Please give us a call right now, 888-259-4449 for free information in the mail. Now, Steve, I've also noticed the company has several other electric transportation options. Some of them were very interesting. Can you give us a quick rundown?
Well, ZAP, Don, is one of the only places in the world, I think it's the only place in the world, actually, that you can get under one roof an electric two-wheel scooter, an electric three-wheel scooter, an electric C-scooter, an electric moped, hybrid electric bicycles, electric motorcycles, to electric ATVs, to neighborhood electric vehicles, to full performance automobiles, to even electric excavation equipment in commercial vehicles. And that pretty much makes us the largest and most wide-ranged electric vehicle distributor and advanced technology distributor in the world.
Now, aside from the vehicles themselves, Steve, one of the things that I have been very impressed with is that ZAP has been establishing dealer networks to market, sell, and service your vehicles. Many of these are in existing automotive dealerships. How did you manage such a coup?
Well, Don, the benefits that just having a new car dealer's license has to offer almost far exceeds anything that a dealer could have in their current place if they're an independent auto dealer. So our feeling was, let's give these cars in the hands of professionals that know how to sell it as just simply a product, not because it's a socially responsible piece of merchandise, but it's a product and that has to be targeted to a consumer whose needs need to be met. And there's nothing more suitable than an auto dealer to sell an automobile. These vehicles, require the same type of a sales transaction as combustion engines, where you need to have to determine what a trade-in value is. You have to determine what monthly payments need to be, warranty issues, servicing issues, all of the same issues, just on a different level, a more advanced level. So the independent auto dealer network was very receptive to this because just the availability of the licensing and the new profit center changed their whole world. They were able to get new financing, new flooring, and a new profit center that they didn't have before. So it was a very welcomed entity. We were really preaching to the choir here.
Now, the company profile indicates that ZAP has delivered more than 80,000 electric vehicles to customers in more than 60 countries. Now, I have to think that's a statistic that most people would not have expected. Now, what's next for ZAP? Will electric cars ever be more like the cars that we already drive in relation to size, performance, performance and appearance. Are we ever going to see an electric Hummer?
Well, it's kind of funny that you bring that up. Literally a week ago, I was in a meeting in Palm Springs with one of our manufacturers that has a team at UC Davis, and the main topic of discussion was having them build an electric Hummer for ZAP. And they had a team of interns that were intending to take on the project, so you may see that sooner than you expect.
Now, I think you and I had this conversation before going on the air that actually the size of the vehicle is not so important. Actually, the bigger the vehicle, the more batteries you can put in. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. What would you say to someone, Steve, who would say that, you know, we've heard a lot of talk about hydrogen fuel cells. What would you say to someone who thinks that's the only way to go in the future?
Well, in every situation, there's, you know, not the only way, there is a way. And hydrogen is certainly a wonderful way. It doesn't pollute the air, and it protects the environment. However, in today's current standard, it's not a practical means. But we're involved in fuel cell technology ourselves, and we have a contract for fuel cell automobiles that's due to come out this fall. The problem that we'll have, and so will all the other manufacturers that will have, is that currently there is no infrastructure for hydrogen. So even if hydrogen were available, how would it get distributed throughout the country so that consumers can use it on a practical basis? And, you know, my feeling is that it's probably, you know, a good 10 years away before infrastructure could be practically put into place. So the bridge is advanced battery technology with electric automobiles, and using common household outlets as the medium for an infrastructure. At least with the common household outlet, anywhere you go, it's available, and it's a wonderful bridge between, and the fact that you have to wait an hour to recharge may not suit everyone's needs, but it will suit a large portion of today's consumers' needs, and maybe fill that gap in to when that 1 hour can be narrowed down to just a filling station.
Well, of course, too, you know, with a range of 200 plus miles, not everyone is driving in excess of 200 miles a day. So if you're using the car for your errands and that type of thing, when you get it home, just plug it in the garage, correct?
Well, and that's correct, Don. Typically, statistics will show that 80% of the consumers never go out of that, you know, that particular range. So from a practical standpoint, I believe that battery technology can be used in everyday usage, you know, right now. You know, if you think about it, you're down in Southern California, we're in Northern California. You know, if we were just to jump on Highway 5 and in one of our vehicles and go to that midway point, have lunch there at Harris Ranch or whatever it is, I'm not sure exactly the name of the place, Midway, and by the time we're done with lunch, we're ready to continue on and be all the way to Los Angeles and, you know, be under $5 in fuel cost and really not be inconvenienced at all anyway.
That's wonderful. Once again, ZAP, Zero Air Pollution, ZAPZ is their stock symbol. Give us a call right now, 888-259-4449 for free information in the mail. Steve, why is this a good time right now for folks to take a closer look at ZAP?
Well, it's an excellent time for people to take a look at ZAP. In my opinion, we are extremely undervalued right now. The company, because of moving from a manufacturing company to a marketing and distribution company, we have extremely low overhead. We own our new headquarters and have no monthly payments on it. Our debts, we have virtually no debts. And the company has been showing a trend line that's been very upward and positive. Our asset value has literally, the company's total assets have doubled almost since the previous 12 months. And our sales are going up and our losses are going down. It's a very good time to be aligned with ZAP. And again, the world economic environment is such that between climate change, global warming, which is one of the same, I guess, but you know, fuel prices, which will always be an issue, and the dependency on foreign oil, you know, we have an answer for all of those solutions, and a very economical one. And we're poised and ready to go right now.
Great. Again, ZAP, Z-A-P, ZAPZ is their stock symbol. ZAP, of course, stands for Zero Air Pollution. Free information can be yours by giving us a call right now, 888-259-4449. Steve, exciting interview. We love the footage of the vehicles we looked at as well. Looking forward to more updates from you over the next several months. Thanks for being on the program.
Great, Don, thank you, appreciate it. Glad to be
Sure.
here.
That came across pretty good, Steve. You happy with that?
I think so.
Good.
Any
Sounded good on this end, and the only thing we have to worry about is whether or not Chris had the record button on.